So, Prince William has reportedly taken legal action against Queen Camilla. But the reason this situation is truly interesting isn't the lawsuit itself. It's the fact that Princess and allegedly did it first. That's the detail that makes people stop and think, wait, what? Because Princess Anne is not known for drama. She is the kind of person who fixes her own fences, drives herself to events, and has even worn the same floral dress to 2 royal weddings nearly 30 years apart. She is hardly the type to file legal paperwork over petty family disagreements. So, when someone like Princess Anne decides that legal action is the right move, it raises serious questions about what may have happened behind closed doors to bring things to this point. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Crown Watch so you don't miss any updates on this developing story. Let's start with what we know about Princess Anne, because understanding her personality is key to understanding why this situation is such a big deal. Former royal staff members have consistently described Princess Anne as remarkably grounded, practical, and authentic. She reflects many of the hardworking qualities associated with her parents, the late Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. Her direct and straightforward approach to royal duties has earned her tremendous respect over the decades. She made the deliberate decision not to give her children royal titles, showing that she wanted them to experience more normal lives away from the pressure and expectations that come with being part of the royal family. That is not someone who creates conflict without reason. Princess Anne's work ethic is truly remarkable. Between 2002 and 2022, she completed more than 11,000 royal engagements, earning her a reputation as one of the hardest working members of the royal family. She supports more than 300 charities across the UK and around the world. She also founded her own organization, originally known as the Princess Royal Trust for Carers, which later became Carers Trust. This is someone who consistently shows up, gets the work done, and avoids unnecessary controversy. The British public admires Princess Anne for this reason. She doesn't focus on following every royal rule perfectly. She simply does things her own way. She does her own makeup, styles her own hair, and drives herself to events. On one occasion, she even stood in line for the bathroom at her daughter's horse competition just like everyone else. She isn't trying to create an image of being relatable, she genuinely is. So, when Princess Anne reportedly initiates legal proceedings against Queen Camilla, it sends shockwaves throughout the entire royal family and British society. This isn't just another tabloid rumor about a disagreement at a family dinner. Formal legal disputes between members of the royal family are extremely rare in modern British history. Traditionally, the royal family has handled internal disagreements privately, behind closed doors, through carefully worded statements and strategic silence. A legal challenge would represent a major departure from that tradition. It could damage the monarchy's carefully maintained image of unity, stability, and dignity. And the fact that Princess Anne is reportedly leading the charge makes many people question what serious issues could have pushed her to take such an extraordinary step. Now, let's look at Queen Camilla's side of the story, because her journey to becoming queen is one of the most complicated and closely watched stories in modern royal history. The relationship between Camilla and King Charles began in 1970 with a simple, playful conversation about their shared family history. Camilla mentioned that her great-grandmother had been connected to King Charles's great-great-grandfather, never imagining that history would one day repeat itself in their own lives. Those close to Camilla have said that she never expected to wear the crown. The Marquess of Lansdowne even confirmed that becoming queen was the furthest thing from her mind. She could never have predicted that her relationship with King Charles would eventually lead her to the position she holds today. However, the journey was far from easy. Camilla was once described as one of the most controversial figures in Britain because of her connection to King Charles and the breakdown of his marriage to Princess Diana. She faced years of intense public criticism and media scrutiny because of her role in one of the most followed royal stories in history. Most people would have struggled to handle the level of criticism and public attention that Queen Camilla faced. Author Kate Moss once recalled meeting Camilla at a party and having a light-hearted conversation while waiting in line for the restroom. She only realized later that she had been casually chatting with Camilla Parker Bowles herself. That was before everything changed. Before Camilla's relationship with King Charles became public and attracted worldwide attention, and before she had to completely rebuild her public image from the ground up. The complications between Charles and Camilla go back decades. Their relationship faced challenges from the very beginning, especially due to the influence of Lord Mountbatten, King Charles's great-uncle. He reportedly believed that Camilla would not be a suitable future queen and strongly opposed the idea of their marriage. According to reports, Lord Mountbatten advised Charles to enjoy dating but marry someone young who had little knowledge of royal life. This traditional and old-fashioned mindset reflected the importance placed on royal expectations, social status, and family approval at the time. When Charles left for a 7-month naval deployment aboard HMS Minerva, it appeared that events behind the scenes were pushing the couple apart. Some reports suggest that Lord Mountbatten may have encouraged the separation, while Queen Elizabeth II was believed by some to favor the idea of Charles marrying Lady Diana Spencer. The separation was difficult for Camilla, and Charles understood her pain. He later reflected that watching Camilla wave goodbye as his ship departed may have marked the beginning of the end of their relationship. As Charles approached the age of 30, his family began encouraging him to find a suitable wife. Although he still cared deeply for Camilla, she had already married someone else, leaving him with few options. At that point, Queen Elizabeth II had taken notice of Lady Diana Spencer, a young woman from an aristocratic family whom Charles had known since childhood. In a complicated decision, Charles asked Camilla to help guide Diana and support her as she adjusted to royal life. That choice alone showed just how complicated the situation had already become. The marriage between King Charles and Princess Diana began to struggle soon afterward. The connection they once shared faded, replaced by tension, frustration, and growing difficulties. Although Charles found happiness in becoming a father to Prince William and Prince Harry, the problems within the marriage became so serious that, in 1992, the Prime Minister announced their separation to Parliament. The private struggles of the couple had now become a matter of public discussion. Then, in 1993, the scandal intensified when newspapers began revealing more details about the situation. In 1993, newspapers published private phone conversations between King Charles and Camilla, revealing the depth of their feelings for each other. The conversations, which were printed in newspapers around the world, exposed their emotional connection and showed how unhappy they both were in their respective marriages. The leak was deeply embarrassing for everyone involved, especially Camilla, who had managed to remain mostly out of the public spotlight until that moment. Eventually, Princess Diana reached a breaking point. At a birthday party in 1989, she approached Camilla directly and told her that she knew what was happening between her and Charles. Later, Princess Diana gave her famous interview with journalist Martin Bashir, where she famously suggested that there were 3 people in her marriage. Following that interview, public opinion turned heavily against Camilla. Many people criticized her and blamed her for the breakdown of the marriage between King Charles and Princess Diana. With her reputation severely damaged, Camilla knew she had to change the way the public viewed her. That meant rebuilding trust and gaining acceptance from other members of the royal family, including Princess Anne. However, that was never going to be easy. Princess Anne had never been particularly close to any of Charles's partners, but her relationship with Camilla was especially complicated because of their shared history. And this is where the story becomes even more complicated. The paths of Camilla and Princess Anne crossed many years earlier through Andrew Parker Bowles in the 1960s. Camilla reportedly broke tradition by wearing black to her debutante party, while most young women wore white. It was at this event that she first met Andrew Parker Bowles, an officer in the Royal Horse Guards who also played polo with Prince Charles. Camilla and Andrew Parker Bowles dated for around 6 years, but their relationship was far from perfect. Reports claimed that Andrew was often unfaithful. During this period, Camilla also became friends with Prince Charles. The situation became even more complicated when Andrew Parker Bowles began dating Princess Anne. Many people believed they were a perfect match, but there was a major obstacle. At the time, Andrew was Catholic, and an old law from 1701 prevented members of the royal family from marrying Catholics while they were close in the line of succession. Because Princess Anne was fourth in line to the throne at the time, their relationship was considered impossible. Rumors later circulated that the romance between King Charles and Camilla may have developed while Camilla was still connected to Princess Anne's former partner, Andrew Parker Bowles, adding another complicated layer to an already tangled royal history. Rumors have circulated that Camilla began dating King Charles as a way to get back at Andrew Parker Bowles for his alleged affair with Princess Anne. Whether that claim is true or not, it remains a story filled with complicated emotions, where love, duty, and royal expectations collided, creating decades of drama and lasting tensions. This complex history helps explain why the relationship between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla has often been viewed as complicated. Princess Anne's reported distance toward Camilla was not simply about protecting her brother. For years, there were claims that Anne was against Camilla becoming Queen Consort, suggesting there may have been deeper personal disagreements or unresolved issues from the past. The tension between these two strong-willed women highlights how complicated relationships within the royal family can become, especially when past experiences and future responsibilities come together. Princess Anne's resistance to Camilla's rise was not only about tradition. It appeared to reflect deeper family dynamics and long-standing emotions. Whether it was connected to loyalty toward the late Queen Elizabeth II or personal history, Anne's position reportedly made Camilla's journey toward full acceptance even more challenging. However, over time, their relationship appeared to improve. Princess Anne and Andrew Parker Bowles have remained friends throughout the years. Royal author Tom Quinn suggested that Anne may have realized they worked better as friends rather than as a romantic couple. Their close friendship also created controversy during Princess Anne's first marriage to Mark Phillips. Rumors circulated that Anne and Andrew Parker Bowles had a romantic relationship before her separation from Phillips in 1989. Despite all the complicated history, the relationship between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla seemed to become warmer over time. The two have even joked about how television dramas often portray them as rivals competing for love and influence. They have appeared together at numerous royal engagements, including a recent charity reception held at Buckingham Palace. At the event, Princess Anne wore a simple white outfit that closely resembled her wedding dress from her 1992 marriage to Tim Lawrence, reflecting the practical and understated style she has always been known for. During the palace reception, Princess Anne continued to show the same straightforward approach and quiet confidence that have defined her public life for decades. Princess Anne completed her look with a seahorse brooch and navy accessories, while Queen Camilla wore a blue dress paired with historic ivy leaf brooches dating back to the 1930s. Other members of the royal family, including the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, attended the event, along with several well-known guests, such as actress Ruth Wilson. Everything appeared perfectly fine between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla. That is exactly why reports of legal action came as such a surprise. After years of tension that seemed to transform into a more positive relationship, many wondered what could have happened to make Princess Anne take such a significant step. It serves as a reminder that even when relationships appear calm on the surface, old disagreements and unresolved issues can sometimes return. The complicated dynamic between Anne and Camilla was also noticeable during the University of London ceremony, where Queen Camilla, aged 77, received an honorary degree from Princess Anne. The moment became slightly awkward right at the entrance. Following royal protocol, Camilla attempted to allow Anne to enter first. However, Princess Anne smiled and gestured for Camilla to go ahead, despite the fact that the Queen traditionally holds a higher rank than a princess. The ceremony itself was a significant occasion. Queen Camilla joined an impressive list of honorary degree recipients, including former Prime Minister Winston Churchill and actress Dame Judi Dench. Sir Mark Locke praised Camilla's dedication to promoting literacy, highlighting her commitment to public service since her marriage to King Charles. During her speech, Princess Anne also praised Queen Camilla, describing her as modern and forward-thinking, qualities that she said were also reflected in King Charles's approach. However, despite the respectful words and public smiles, many observers felt there was still an underlying tension between the two women. Having her sister-in-law present during such a personal milestone was already a significant moment for Queen Camilla, but the complicated history between them made the occasion even more noticeable. The situation becomes even more complicated when that same sister-in-law is also the person taking legal action against her. The event highlighted how members of the royal family are expected to maintain a calm and respectful image in public, even when private disagreements may exist behind the scenes. They say the right words, maintain polite appearances, and continue with official duties, but some believe their body language can reveal deeper emotions. That contrast between public appearances and private realities is what makes this reported legal action so significant. It suggests that whatever issues were previously being managed quietly may have reached a point where a private resolution is no longer possible. Now, the involvement of Prince William adds another layer to the situation. Prince Harry has previously shared his views about Queen Camilla, describing her in a critical way and suggesting that she had greater ambitions within the royal family. From Harry's perspective, Camilla carefully navigated her path into royal life by building relationships, gaining support, and rebuilding her public image over time until she eventually became Queen Consort. However, the late Queen Elizabeth II appeared to view Camilla differently. She recognized her dedication to important causes, including efforts to raise awareness about violence against women. Over time, Queen Elizabeth II developed a closer relationship with Camilla and eventually gave her support for Camilla to take on the role of Queen Consort. The change in royal leadership following Queen Elizabeth II's passing may have contributed to new tensions between Princess and Queen Camilla. Some royal observers have suggested that, and may have felt that her position and influence changed as Camilla became a more central figure within the monarchy. If Princess Anne does hold these concerns, it is understandable why some believe Prince William may share similar thoughts. Prince William witnessed his mother, Princess Diana, endure intense public scrutiny and has remained protective of her memory and legacy. As the future king, Prince William also has a strong interest in the direction of the monarchy, its stability, and the people who hold influence within the institution. When King Charles proposed to Camilla in 2005, he gave her his grandmother's diamond ring. The couple married in April of that year. When Charles became king in September 2022, Camilla took on the title of Queen Consort. Prince William stood alongside the family during this major transition. So whatever is reportedly happening now represents a significant change from that moment of public unity. Something appears to have shifted, whether it involves influence, access, or decisions being made behind closed doors. The fact that both Princess Anne and Prince William are reportedly involved in legal action suggests that this may not simply be about personal disagreements or family conflicts. Instead, it raises questions about deeper issues within the structure and management of the royal household. King Charles has stepped into his role with a combination of tradition and modern ideas. From spending decades as the longest-serving heir apparent to taking a strong position on environmental issues, he has shown that his reign would not be one of simply maintaining old customs. Despite years of personal challenges, public criticism, and controversy, King Charles has embraced his responsibilities as monarch. He has used international platforms, including COP28, to promote climate action and demonstrate that his reign would be active rather than passive. However, his time as king has not been without challenges. Family tensions, changing public opinions, and the continued evolution of the monarchy's role in the modern world all continue to shape his legacy. His relationships with Queen Camilla, Prince William, and Prince Harry will play an important role in how history remembers him. The conflicts, controversies, and strong loyalties within the royal family have not disappeared. Every decision made by King Charles continues to receive intense public attention. How he manages these pressures may determine whether he is remembered as a monarch who transformed the institution or one who simply maintained tradition. And now, he faces another major challenge that could test the future direction of the royal family. A situation where his sister and his son are reportedly taking legal action against his wife is not simply a family disagreement. It becomes something much larger, a constitutional challenge mixed with deeply personal family tensions. What makes this situation particularly interesting is the reputation of Princess Anne. She is uniquely positioned to take such a serious step because she is not someone commonly viewed as dramatic or attention-seeking. She has built a reputation as one of the most hardworking and respected members of the royal family. Known as the hardest-working royal princess and has decades of experience, dedication, and public trust behind her. She has also been recognized for her practical approach to fashion and sustainability, embracing environmentally conscious choices long before they became mainstream. Her style has even attracted attention from figures such as former British Vogue editor Edward Ninful. Her choices have always reflected practicality, confidence, and a focus on substance over appearances, qualities that also define her approach to royal duties. Because of this reputation, when someone like Princess and reportedly decides that legal action is necessary, the decision carries significant weight. A complaint from someone with less credibility might be viewed differently, but Anne's actions naturally attract serious attention. The legal action itself would represent a major departure from traditional royal practice. The monarchy has long depended on maintaining an image of unity and stability. Public disagreements within the royal family can challenge that carefully maintained reputation. Therefore, whatever issues may have led to this reported action would likely be considered serious enough to justify the potential impact on the institution's public image. Royal commentators have suggested that the timing and nature of the situation raise important questions about what could have pushed Princess, and a figure known for loyalty and dedication to the crown, to take such an extraordinary step. We must also consider the role of Prince William. He is not just another member of the royal family, he is the future king. His involvement would suggest that any concerns could extend beyond the current reign and potentially affect the future direction of the monarchy. If Prince William believes action is necessary, it may indicate that he sees larger issues at stake, issues connected not only to the present but also to the institution he is expected to inherit. This is not a small family disagreement. It involves questions about the future of the monarchy itself. The specific event that may have triggered this reported legal action remains unclear. Was it caused by a single incident, or was it the result of years of unresolved tension building behind the scenes? Did something happen after the death of Queen Elizabeth II that permanently changed the relationship between members of the royal family? The shift in power following her passing certainly created a new dynamic. Queen Camilla moved from being the future Queen Consort to becoming Queen Consort, while Princess Anne, who had been one of her mother's most trusted advisors, may have experienced a change in her level of influence within the institution. Transitions like these are rarely simple, even in ordinary families, and they become far more complicated when tradition, duty, and the monarchy are involved. What appears clear is that the public display of unity continued even as private tensions were reportedly growing. The University of London ceremony, where Princess Anne presented Queen Camilla with an honorary degree, took place during a period when these reported legal discussions were allegedly underway or had already begun. The smiles, respectful words, and careful royal protocol all continued as normal, while, behind the scenes, a serious disagreement was reportedly developing. That is often the complexity of the royal family. The public image rarely reveals the full reality. During his coronation, King Charles brought moments of humor and warmth, even joking about his famously swollen fingers as Prince William assisted him with his ceremonial clothing. However, beneath the lighter moments, Princess Anne understood the significance of the occasion. She recognized the immense responsibility her brother was taking on as he finally stepped into the role he had prepared for throughout his life. Becoming king later in life than any previous British monarch, King Charles quickly began shaping his reign and establishing his priorities. But now, he faces a challenge that cannot be solved through public service, climate campaigns, or royal diplomacy. If reports of tension between his sister, his son, and his wife are accurate, King Charles faces one of the most complicated personal and institutional challenges of his reign. How does a monarch balance family relationships, loyalty, and the responsibilities of the crown? The complicated relationships within the royal family have created a situation where love, duty, history, and personal emotions all overlap, making it difficult to separate private feelings from public responsibilities. What began as complicated romantic relationships eventually transformed into unexpected friendships, though not without creating new controversies along the way. But did time truly heal these difficult relationships? Or did it simply lead to a quiet acceptance for the sake of maintaining the royal family's public image? The reported legal action suggests that perhaps the situation was more complicated than it appeared. Quiet acceptance can only continue for so long before something changes. Princess Anne has shown throughout her life that royal duty is about much more than simply completing official engagements. She spent nearly a decade preparing herself before becoming deeply involved with Save the Children's public debates, demonstrating her careful and thoughtful approach to responsibility. Her dedication is reflected in her long record of service. She is not someone known for making quick or emotional decisions. She is considered practical, disciplined, and deliberate. So, if Princess Anne were to take legal action, supporters argue that it would likely be something she carefully considered. She would have weighed the consequences, understood the risks, and decided that the situation was serious enough to justify such a step. That decision alone suggests that something significant may be happening behind the scenes. The fact that Prince William has reportedly become involved or supported her position adds another level of importance to the situation. He is not only Princess Anne's nephew, he represents the future of the monarchy. His involvement would suggest that this is not only about past disagreements or old conflicts. It is also about the future direction of the institution, the kind of monarchy he will eventually lead, and the role of influence within the royal family. If Prince William believes action is necessary while his father, King Charles, is still on the throne, it could indicate that he views the matter as urgent and important. It raises questions about what concerns may exist behind palace walls and why they have reached this level. As the royal family enters this new chapter, one thing is certain. The reign of King Charles will continue to be closely watched, discussed, and analyzed for years to come. Will King Charles be remembered as the monarch who successfully modernized the institution, or will he struggle to connect with a rapidly changing world? His leadership represents the beginning of a new era for the royal family, and the decisions made during his reign will influence the future of the House of Windsor for generations. However, at this moment, King Charles is facing a deeply personal challenge. He is not only a monarch, he is also a husband, a brother, and a father caught in a reported dispute involving the people closest to him. This is not simply a political issue. It is a deeply human one. The reported legal action involving Princess Anne, Prince William, and Queen Camilla could reveal long-standing tensions within the royal family and potentially influence the future direction of the monarchy. Alternatively, the situation may remain hidden behind palace walls, with many questions left unanswered. What appears clear is that an era of simply maintaining silence and accepting difficulties may be coming to an end. Whatever the reason behind Princess Anne's reported decision, and whatever finally pushed her toward taking such an unusual step, it would represent a significant break from decades of royal tradition. And when one of the most hardworking and least controversial members of the royal family decides that serious action is necessary, it naturally captures worldwide attention.